Yeah, of course, you guys know I'm in my house again, but I'm not really moving around because I'm making something and I have to keep my eye on it. You guys know about my Purge review that I said that you should see the Purge Anarchy. Now, of course, you're thinking, how's it better? Well, this one, the first one take is just a cliche haunted house thriller. Now, Anarchy is cliched also, but there's something more to it that makes it more enjoyable and a whole lot more satisfying. It just offers up more of what we should have gotten from the first one. James DeMonico once again writes and directs this movie, and it's produced by Blumhouse Productions. And of course, it made more money than the first one, had a bigger budget, and of course it shows. The acting is solid. Frank Grillo does a good job. He's the best part of the movie. However, this movie continues to have that weird oddball characters and weird atmosphere that sometimes doesn't work. It falls out of place and is only done just to make it creepy and scary in some way. And it doesn't really work. It just comes off as being a little forced. Actually, pretty forced. And it really just couldn't really affect me in the way. It tried very hard. It was pretty ambitious, actually, which is very surprising. I had to give DeMonico that. He actually is improving on his craft as we speak. But, he's not what I consider a master of his craft, because he's still struggling to get this message out about free, consequence-free violence. He failed miserably with the first one, which just didn't have any real social commentary. It was just pounding you over the head with it and didn't explore it. This one, however, does it better, because how it works is that it's told from the viewpoints of three different characters. They have their own storylines, and they intertwine. See, this is about like these two sisters in a slum, not a slum, but in a bad neighborhood, and they don't have any real protection, so unfortunately, they get attacked and they escape. They run into Frank Grillo's character, who, until near the end of the movie, we don't really know why he's out. We don't know what he's doing, and we just don't know. You find out later. Because why would you want to leave that? Go and answer. It's a little bit ridiculous. And what he does is that he helps these girls get along by giving them weapons and teaching them help. But also, they run to another group of people, two people, a couple. They're on their way home, and their car breaks down on the highway. Oh, God, you want that to happen. And unfortunately, they can't. They're all out on the streets. And doors are locked. No one's going to let them in because they could be a threat. Because, what isn't a threat when it comes to the Purge? You don't know who's going to be a killer or who's going to be a person you can trust. There are some twists and turns there that I think are just done to move the plot along, and it comes off as flawed. There's also more commentary. There's also a lot of different viewpoints and a stronger political standpoint that, while can be a little bit too rushed because of the length of this movie, it's not very long. It doesn't really explore it, and the social commentary is still kind of flat, but it's still better than the first one. Way better. And, that's the way I gotta tend to this. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, I'm back, guys, and I'm continuing the review. They also offer up this character who's a person who doesn't like the Purge and wants to kill the people involved with them. Like, he just wants it to stop. He's against it, I understand that. There's more viewpoints about it, and it's a stronger movie, but it's not really smart or very resonant. It still comes off as sometimes some of the events in this movie really distract from the overall feel, the overall impact. And it just disappointed me. Some of the action in this movie, yeah, it's not that good. It sometimes is entertaining, but it mostly comes off with the same problems that are with action movies. Shaky cam, from what I can remember, not really. Close-ups, yeah, they have some close-up cinematography, which I think kind of has problems like that. And also, maybe rapid cuts. I think there was a couple of quick cuts in there, which is fucking stupid. Though probably not as bad as like the Taken movies from what I've heard, but I've never really seen Taken sequels, to be exact. It came off as sometimes ridiculous, the script. And there still are problems with the movie. and it's also a little excessively violent, just like the first one. The violence was distracting. It didn't really add anything to it. Didn't have any artistic feel to it. It just felt like a distraction and felt like something that was supposed to be done with this movie, and I didn't think it worked. Maybe like a 2.5 out of 5 I'm giving this movie because it's a whole lot more watchable. You can even rewatch it maybe, and it's not bad. If you turn off your brain, you could probably enjoy it. But it's more of a real effort from the crew and the cast. They're actually trying to tell a story, and while it does fall flat at times, you can at least enjoy it. And it is sometimes scary. There is a jump scare in there that isn't really misleading because you do see a villain and there's loud noise. Usually when it comes to loud noises and jump scares, it's a false one. This one isn't really false, and it is kind of scary if you're not really paying attention. But it's not all that scary if you... I mean, I wasn't all that scared. Maybe it was when my mom was freaked out that it kind of almost made me jump. There are some shocking violence, but to be honest, the movie's not exactly what I call scary. It has some kind of atmosphere, but, you know, the build-up was good. The setup was pretty good. Not fantastic from what you can see there. It was solid, better than the first one, and I enjoyed it. I really had some fun with it, which is really surprising because the first one just really pissed me off with all these dumb characters. These characters aren't exactly dumb. Some of them make some... There are some situations that feel more like filler than anything else. But I recommend it, though. Check it out. It's not terrible, so you're never going to see a rant on it. It's pretty disappointing, huh? Subscribe to my channel and expect more videos coming in sometime. Another thing I like to add about the Purge Anarchy is that also it widens the scale. It takes place over certain neighborhoods, in sewers, subways, different locations. So at least they make it bigger and they kind of give it more of a description. Like they see how it, like, different neighborhoods and what happens there. There sometimes are some weird mass shootouts showing that it's very organized. And yeah, it works better because that's why it helps improve on the social commentary of the first one. So if you were kind of confused, this will help. I do recommend you guys see it. That's kind of weird because I gave it 2.5 out of 5, but there's something about it that's worth watching. See ya.